What's up, guys? Welcome to Rusty and Billy's Wrestling Adventure. Man, what a week it's been.
My God.
So much going on,
I
man.
don't know if we're gonna have time.
It seriously, like, we're gonna have to find a way to just kind of summarize some of this stuff because there's so much. Before we jump into the WrestleMania stuff, I just want to touch real quick on something that excites me. I'm wearing my shirt in support of it, but Netflix with the new Hulk Hogan documentary coming out in a couple weeks. I'm so pumped about that, man.
Brother. Me too, brother.
I know there's a lot of them out there. Like I know they released one right after he passed, but first of all, you can never get enough of them. You can never get enough documentaries. I love all the behind the scenes stuff. The more behind the scenes stuff I can get, the better. But as a childhood Hulkamaniac, man, like
Mhm.
I look forward to seeing what they talk about. It seems like every time you see a new one, yeah, there's a lot of the same stuff, but there's always something in there that you're like, okay, I didn't know that. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. So
It's gonna be updated and kind of furthered past what we've seen so far.
yeah,
There've been a ton of Hulk documentaries and releases and DVDs of 20 years ago and so on and so forth. This is his last interview before he passed.
yeah,
So it includes that. And this is just kind of it's kind of an expose piece, good,
yeah,
bad, or indifferent. It includes Hulk, all the good that he did,
mhm,
all the bad that he did,
yeah.
or that, the narrative likes to swing that way. You got, his ex-wife's in it. So, I mean, we're going to kind of get a mixed bag of the good, the bad, and the indifferent in between. But I mean, overall, like, I mean, gosh, we wouldn't have WrestleMania. Arguably, we wouldn't have the WWE. We wouldn't have wrestling as it was then and has become ever since if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan.
You
Uh,
definitely don't have the WWE that you have now. I mean, maybe you have some version of it, but I don't think it ever gets as big as it did without Hulk Hogan because Hulk Hogan was wrestling.
yeah.
I mean, he was when you thought wrestling in the 80s and early 90s, like you thought Hulk Hogan.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the, if not the most recognizable sports figures of the time,
Yeah.
and definitely of all time. I'll tell you, the first wrestling figure that I ever got was the Hulk Hogan LJN Bendy, the
Mhm.
smaller version. But came from Fred's.
Yeah.
I had that before I even watched wrestling.
Can we talk about how Fred used to have all the cool, all the
You
cool
darn right.
stuff? Like
I got a bunch of.
they had the
Listen,
thumb wrestlers and
darn right. Listen,
yeah,
I remember. So when I first discovered this, I already had the Hulk LJ in bending because everybody knew who Hulk Hogan was. If you didn't
yeah,
know what wrestling was, that's how popular and recognizable the guy was. He was a hero to all. So I had the Hulk Hogan bending and went to Fred's, and they had the entire line of those still hanging on the pegs. And this is like 1990. These things came out in like I want to say 85, 86.
hmm
So I mean, they still had, and I got like Andre the Giant, Jesse Ventura, Nikolai Volkov. Got all of those. You can Google and see what the line was. Got all of them, but like two of them. And that's like years after the fact. But like, yeah, I went back to Fred's and just like swagged up on those things once I discovered what this was. Like, I couldn't get my hands on enough of it. Um, yeah, I mean, and my first WrestleMania that I ever watched was WrestleMania 6. And that was the first Hulk Hogan match that I ever watched. I mean, I saw the cartoon, and in the cartoon, the opening, I believe it has Hulk beating the Iron Sheik for the WWE title when Hulkamania arrived. But beyond that, the first actual match of Hulk's that I watched was him against the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6. And of course, he lost that match to the Ultimate Warrior. So right then, the Ultimate Warrior became my guy because even I knew as a brand new fan that Hulk Hogan was not beatable, yet there he got beat. So, I mean, and visually, I mean, the Warrior running to the ring, acting like a maniac, just an incredible presence and just an on-screen just burst of a character like just
yeah.
nobody like him. Um, yeah, I mean, but even then, like Hulkamania was still running wild. It was still running strong. It took a few years for it to kind of dwindle down and wind down. It took WCW to kind of take it out of the way for a good while, but
Yeah.
but
I mean, you named off all those names and great talents,
yeah,
but I don't know that they ever become who they became without Hulk Hogan.
yeah, yeah,
Warrior, Macho Man, Andre the Giant, all those guys that are household names. Don't get me wrong; they're great, but do they ever get to the level they got without the attention that Hulkamania brought?
Yeah, who knows? I think that we would have had wrestling around. It would have
Yeah.
been, it would have been fine. It probably wouldn't have reached the level of popularity that it did. I don't think we would have had WrestleManias or action
Mhm.
figures or video games, merchandise, and all that kind of stuff without Hulk Hogan. It would have been around probably until Stone Cold came along, and that probably would have blew up like it did when, during Stone Cold's time. But you
But it
know,
but it also leaves you to wonder the influence on that generation of the Stone Colds, the Rocks. Like without Hulkamania, is there that big influence that brings these larger than life characters?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and obviously there's no way to answer that, but it's
No,
just,
it's all hypothetical.
but you just knowing how large Hulk Hogan was, as far as like stardom, the
Hmm.
character Hulk Hogan, not Terry Bollea, but the character Hulk Hogan, how big he was worldwide.
Hmm.
It's just hard to imagine that any of this could be like it is today without him. And so I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to that documentary. But
yeah,
man, let's don't waste any more time, man, because dude, we're less than 2 weeks away from WrestleMania.
man.
We're less than 2 weeks out, and today, this morning on ESPN, they released the cards for not one and not two. So
Hmm.
um, nothing real surprising jumped out. I think a lot of it was how I thought it would be. I did notice that each night they're airing two matches on ESPN.
Right,
So you'll be able to watch the first two matches without having the ESPN Unlimited plan.
right. That's right.
But if you watch the first two matches, there's no way you're not going to want to watch the rest. So if you
Listen,
don't have ESPN Unlimited, I
yeah,
promise you want to get it because WrestleMania this year, man.
I'm looking right at night one. So the first hour of night one is going to be on ESPN2. So this can be confusing. So the first hour of night one will be on
Mhm.
ESPN2. The first hour of night two will be on ESPN straight,
Yeah,
regular
one, whatever you want to call it.
OG ESPN. But I'm looking at night one right now. The unsanctioned match with Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu is going to be on ESPN2. Free. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's going to be insane. Insane. Along with the Usos and Logan, the Usos and LA Knight against the Vision and Ice Show Speed. So you're going to get to watch whatever is going to happen to Ice Show Speed.
man.
It's going to happen on ESPN2, the first hour of
He's
WrestleMania Night 1.
he's gonna regret the day he got involved in that
He
that
got
little
cursed.
ordeal. I
He
mean,
got cursed. He,
he
he should have gave Danhausen his
he,
login
he
and
should have. He should have.
should have split the profits of the YouTube stream and or, all that. But
But in
he didn't
talking
do it.
about them, which obviously they're going to be one of the first two matches. So we got to. Of course, that match just got announced last night on Raw or Monday night on Raw.
That was last night. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it'll be tonight
As you're
for y'all
watching this,
watching
we
it.
record this Tuesday night.
Right.
So
But so LA Knight's out there fighting. I Show Speed's out there with the Vision, and you know he he's acting like he doesn't want to be out there with them. Yet he finds himself in the middle of everything every time.
well, if someone comes in to your house during your live stream, basically you're working, right? Earning your living. He
Yeah,
just
but
comes into his
but
house.
LA was getting his get back, man. Like that's his
How'd he
get
get
back.
in his house?
That
LA
was
Knight
great.
has a weird way of getting on people's property. He did it with AJ Styles. He did it with Logan Paul.
If you haven't seen that, go to YouTube and look it up because LA Knight shows up. I Show Speed is streaming, and LA Knight shows up and basically throws him through his camera.
Not too dissimilar from the R setup here.
Yeah, yeah. He's
It's
just
like
doing his thing in his
it's like
house.
Speed's bedroom. He just walks in and Speed's like, "What you in my house for?" Or something, whatever it is. That's not how that came across on Mike, but I mean, and then LA Knight he went to like shake his hand to play like, "Hey, it's all right, man.
He
It's
said
all
something
good,"
about getting his receipt or having his receipt or something,
and
and
then chucked him through his
just
computer screen.
throws him through the screen, man. Like, but it's great. It's great. I don't know match wise what I Show Speed's going to bring, um, but you've got two popular YouTubers, and Logan Paul and I Show Speed on a team with Austin Theory, and then the Usos. No, like not. And I was kind of doing stuff while I was watching. But is it just me, or did the Usos come out to their regular
They
music and
did.
not the new
They
music?
came up to Jay's music,
Yeah,
and I wonder if that was a mistake or if
that
they
was my
just
question.
someone forgot to, hey, there's a new track, or if they just didn't like it and trashed it. That's happened.
That's what I
So
wondered.
I
I
don't know.
wondered if it was just oops, we hit the wrong button, we loaded the wrong file or whatever.
Yeah, I mean the Street Profits have went through a few tracks, and
Because
they go back
the
to that other one every time.
because the all the boards and everything had their new colors
Hmm.
and the Usos. It didn't just say Jay and all that stuff. It didn't have any of the Yeet and all that. It was just so I wondered if that was just a mess up as far as which track they loaded. But I heard it. I was like, did I hear that right? And I rewound it again. I rewound it and was like, you couldn't really tell because it didn't play a long time,
Yeah,
because it wasn't like an entrance. It was just they were coming out in the middle of what was going on. But about to give I Show Speed the 1D,
yeah.
and Logan Paul saves them.
He'll get it at WrestleMania.
But LA Knight proposed the match, and Adam Pearce was out there and said it's official. So, and here we are.
Speed, you should have went home.
Yeah,
Now it's
should have went
official.
home.
Now you're booked at WrestleMania.
So I'm excited about that, man. I honestly I feel like they're going to put the Vision over. I hope they don't, but I don't know, man. I want the Usos to get their. I want them to get theirs back. I want them to have their titles back at some point. But I don't know, man. I'm still confused at kind of what the direction is with the Usos right now.
Well, I think we'll see. I think time will tell.
Yeah,
I think this is just a thing they're doing at WrestleMania. They may have other things going on at WrestleMania.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah,
But either way, I think something terrible is going to happen to Show Speed.
yeah.
And
He definitely eats a 1D before it's all over with.
yeah, he may eat more than that.
But that's going to be an exciting match. Then of course you got McIntyre and Fatu in the unsanctioned match.
Hmm.
More of the same on SmackDown with them, But that match is going to be entertaining. I could see that one going either way. I personally I'd like to see Fatu go over, but I'm hoping we get some closure on the attack. And I feel like, and we talked about this a little bit last week. McIntyre still claims his innocence. I'm wondering if we don't get some sort of interference from the real culprit, who,
Whoever that may have been,
because
I have no idea.
it's unsanctioned, so it's
Yep,
not going to disqualify anybody.
yep.
So maybe they're fighting around the arena and someone jumps in and they're like, "Oh my God, who is this? What's going on?" And then all of a sudden you realize, and then they're confessing that they're the one that did it to lead into a whole new direction for a feud. I don't know. That's my thought. That's my prediction. Let us know what y'all think about that. Um, Women's Tag Team Championship, Fatal Four Way.
Yep,
I think that's going to be entertaining.
I do too.
I think
I do wish there was some TLC accoutrement in it, as I've said for months now, but I don't
man,
guess we're gonna get that.
God,
But
that
still, I mean,
they're missing an opportunity there to do something they haven't done before
hmm,
and really put the spotlight on the women. I mean, a Fatal Four Way is going to be fine, but I mean, we've seen that a million times. But it's still going to be a good match.
I mean, there's eight elite women right there. I mean,
Yeah,
two of them are Hall of Famers already.
yeah,
You could argue every one of them are going to be in the Hall of Fame at some point.
yeah,
Um, at least their career trajectory is they're headed that way. I
yeah.
mean,
I mean,
it's
you
going to be
haven't seen
bonkers
enough of
anyway.
Lash yet to know Nia. I think she's going to be on the fence there, but I mean, I think she makes a case. Bailey definitely, Charlotte, Alexa definitely,
Hmm.
Lyra Valkyria. I mean, from what I've seen from her trajectory, barring any crazy injuries, I think
Hmm.
she gets up there. I mean, her in ring work to me is great. She gets better on the mic all the time. So I look forward to that match. I think you're going to see a lot of things out of the women that you just lately we've become accustomed to seeing, but you know, uh, if 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe a little longer, you tell me you're going to have a fatal four way women's tag team championship match, and I'd have been like,
I would have wondered, well, then who are the world champions then?
yeah,
Because those are all world champion
yeah,
level athletes.
yeah. I mean, you could put a like you said a world championship on any eight of those, and they could carry it.
Only Lyra, Bree, and Lash have not been a world champion in
Yeah,
that entire eight-woman ensemble.
yeah. And
Give them time, though.
Lash will. I mean
Oh, it's
that
inevitable.
yeah.
Lyra, I mean Lyra too.
Lyra too, yeah. I mean she's got what it takes. So
You know what? I stand corrected. Bree was Divas champion. Bree was Divas champion. So cross Bree out of that. Sorry, Bree.
so really just
Yeah,
the two newer ones, and they'll have their time.
yeah,
There's no
yeah.
question. There's no question. I mean it's just a matter of when. It's not if, it's when. That's going to be a great match though. And then sticking with the women, you got AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. I thought the little promo video they did talking to AJ Lee and Becky coming in. Thought that was great. I love the when you tuck your daughter to bed, I'm her favorite wrestler. Like
I can't believe Becky didn't just rip
I
her face off right then. Because if you mention, if anybody mentions my child,
yeah.
it's on like that. That's it. You're not saying another word past that.
I expected
Um,
some retaliation from Becky there, and it's almost like she was just sitting there in shock. Like she was like,
yeah,
what did you just say?" I love I love in their work that you can't they're so good at walking that line of making you wonder, was this all work or is this real? Like they say, like,
it's
and that's
great.
awesome. That's what you want,
It's great when you can see it both ways when it's on the line.
But
And
it's because they bring in some of those personal aspects. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? They talk about personal life. I like how AJ Lee was saying, like, I'm proud of you, but
mhm,
you never have the opportunity you have if it wasn't for me. Like I broke that glass ceiling to let you elevate to the height you did. Like
mhm,
I knocked down the door that you were able to run through. And I love it because it's true.
yeah,
Because she was in that era where the women's matches went from being 30 seconds of I'm going to run and grab a drink to I really want to sit and watch this.
yeah,
Like this is good stuff. This isn't just women getting in there ripping their clothes off and looking half naked in some gimmick match. This is like real wrestling. These women
but
can actually perform.
we wanted this entire time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's what helped lead them from out of that whole diva era,
Yeah,
which was the best thing that ever happened to that whole division was dropping the diva
undoubtedly.
and just recognizing them for who they are.
Yeah,
I love it. And AJ Lee helped pave the way for that. And so I've enjoyed all that. I think AJ Lee's going to be even better in the ring this time than last time. She wasn't bad, but you could tell. There's her first singles match in 10 years. There was some rust,
hmm,
but I expect and anticipate a much sharper match with her. I think that's going to be. I think it's going to be entertaining. I mean, I can't look at this card and see a match that's not going to be a banger.
no, no, I don't see a fault or a hole in anything. I mean, and then next, what is that? Seth freaking Rollins and Gunther.
Rollins and Gunther,
So last night on Raw, very interesting interaction with Gunther and Paul Heyman in the back.
very
Paul
interesting.
Heyman said, "Sir, I owe you a great big thank you." And Gunther said, "You owe me much more than a great big thank you." Now, I have a theory on what that thank you or this, remember the last time that Paul Heyman owed someone a favor. I have a theory on what Gunther might be referring to. I think Gunther is going after Seth freaking Rollins on behalf of Paul Heyman. And I don't think Paul knew anything about Gunther coming out last week. It didn't seem like it did to me. I don't know. We all know Paul Heyman never lies or anything. But didn't seem that way to me last night. I think Gunther, the favor he wants from Paul Heyman, other than just a great big thank you, is a match and an opportunity perhaps to retire Brock Lesnar.
100%. And I agree with that. And
I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves in case I'm right, but that's just kind of what I think and see. It
I
makes
don't
sense
know
to
if you
me.
remember early on, one of our first couple of shows, I had talked about a rumor that I'd read that Lesnar was on the list of people to be retired by Gunther. What they predicted was SummerSlam. And so as all this unfolds and that last night, that was my first thought. When they met backstage and they shook hands, I thought, oh, okay, yeah, Heyman was behind it. But then when you listen to their conversation, it's like, okay, Heyman may not have been behind it, but Gunther is using this as an opportunity to get to where he wants to be, and that's to be the man that now retires Brock Lesnar.
Wants to add to his resume.
Yeah. So,
He wants to.
which, I mean, my God, the people he's retired.
Within 6 months alone, Bill Goldberg, John Cena, AJ Styles,
Mm-hmm.
and Brock Lesnar. No one is going to say that they've retired one, two surefire goats back to back, let alone three, let alone four.
Yeah.
My gosh. And one of them is the one that beat The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. I was there. Oh my gosh. Gunther's going to run out of things to accomplish.
So I think
If
I
that's the
think
case,
there's
we don't know, but we're just.
I think there's no way Rollins goes over Gunther. I just don't. With all the momentum and all, like, especially if you're building to something like Gunther versus Lesnar, then Gunther can't lose clean to Rollins, in my opinion. Because if he loses, then where is that? Because right now he's building this mystique of like, yeah, he can't be beat. Like, he's taking out all the big names.
Yeah.
So I don't know that a loss. I think a loss hurts him if that's the build you're trying to do to a career on the line match at like a SummerSlam or
Yeah.
something.
And we don't know. We're just kind of hypothesizing.
Right, right. This is
I'm
just
guessing.
opinion and theorizing, thinking, hey, this now if it all pans out like that, we look like geniuses, but you know, or
I mean, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, and I don't
no.
just to for the sake of being right. I don't care about being right. I'm just kind of
To me, it's about
yeah.
trying to make things make sense. And if you're looking at, because the Gunther getting involved and taking out Rollins just seems so out of left field. It's like, oh well, we got to get these guys on the card. Let's just do this, and it seemed thrown together.
They both needed to be at WrestleMania anyway. So I
Absolutely.
mean, there's that.
But this gives you a why.
Yep,
You know,
a big why,
yeah.
and it
So
makes sense.
we'll see how that plays out. That's the theory. You can put it down. Episode I think 13. That's where we predict that. So, um, maybe in a couple months we'll look back and be like, hey, yeah, let's play that clip again because we nailed it, or we'll play it back and be like, God, we were way off.
Yeah, Gunther's only had one win at WrestleMania, by the way. It was in the triple threat against Drew McIntyre and Sheamus for the Intercontinental title at 39. He lost at 40 to Sami Zayn. He lost that very same Intercontinental title. Good old Sammy. And last year
I'll
he
give it
lost to
Mhm.
main event Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. So
Tapped out. He tapped out.
Jay, he sure did. He sure did. So I mean, we'll see. It's not unprecedented that Gunther unexpectedly loses at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Moving on to still in knot one, Stephanie Vakir and Liv Morgan. Did you see the knot on Liv Morgan's head
I was,
after the
I
attack from
was gonna
Stephanie?
say, Roxanne has the same one on her
Mhm.
head too.
Yeah.
Man, that was just a pop and
Well,
a
when you're
collision
watching it
back
live,
there.
you're like, "Gosh, she got her, man!"
It was like this
Like that
down.
was,
They went down hard like a
yeah,
stack of hammers. Like, and then today, like Liv Morgan and Roxanne, they both got like tennis balls coming out of their
yeah.
foreheads. Like they looked nasty. Like they just went, their heads just went.
Oh yeah. Which when you
Ooh,
watch it, man, I mean they smacked them hard. Like
ooh, ooh.
Stephanie came in full force, man. She took them out.
Yeah.
She wasn't playing. But I think ultimately, I think this ends with Stephanie losing the title. I think this ends with Liv going over. Um, as much as I love Stephanie, I think she's a great champion. I think her promo ability has gotten better. Over like week after week. I like how they're doing them now, where they're letting her just speak her native language for the most part and putting the subtitles.
Yes.
It's coming across a lot more authentic and less scripted.
Yes.
You
Well,
know,
because it is.
Or yeah, but I'm just saying, like, when she's trying to do the English part, it sounds like she's reading a script, and I know it's just because it's not her natural language. But when they're letting her just speak her native language, and you're reading, you're like, you can feel it.
hmm
You can feel the promo more, and it's building more hype in this match to me.
Yeah, yeah. And you can't fault Stephanie for that.
No, no,
It's
it's no
just not her
knock on
native
her at
language.
all. Yeah,
She's from Chile, and they didn't even have wrestling down there for the most
yeah.
part. And she still made a career out of this. Came over here, and I mean, here she is. So it's pretty remarkable. So
Yeah.
do not fault her for that at
No,
all.
not even a little bit.
That should not in an ounce be held against her.
Mm-mm.
She's still, gosh, she was in NXT for a year, maybe, but it wasn't long,
Yeah.
and was NXT Women's Champion, and then came on to Raw pretty quick and was the Women's World Champion. So I mean, she's had a meteoric rise from
Yeah,
the
she's
moment
got
she
things
inked
to
her
come.
contract. I mean,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I see it either way. You never know what's going to happen with the Judgment Day.
You never know.
Who could interfere? Who could stab? Maybe somebody stabs Liv in the back. I don't know.
I mean,
I doubt it, but I
did you
mean, you could.
see?
Who
But
knows?
did you notice like when Liv asked to talk to Roxanne, Raquel kind of gave a little eye roll or whatever as she walked off. Like it was just kind of a face of, all right. And it was just something so, and maybe I'm just reading too much into the expression, but it looked like maybe there was a little like, so maybe you play it out where, Raquel's been there the whole time. Roxanne was on the shelf, and Raquel's like, I don't need y'all. Like, you're you're not pushing me. You're showing the attention to her. So maybe she steps in. I don't know, or maybe it's an accidental interference. Maybe they're out there to help. Who knows? Who
Yeah,
knows? There's a lot of different options in this one.
yeah,
A lot of ways it could play out. You could see Dirty Dom play a factor in some way. Maybe like,
certainly could.
I mean, there's to me that match probably has the biggest question mark out of all of them that we've
Yeah,
talked about so far, just because there's so many things that could take place
yeah.
in that match that could alter an outcome.
I mean, things can happen out of nowhere at WrestleMania. We've seen it year after year after year
It's
that we
one
just didn't see coming or wouldn't figure would ever happen.
it's
Yet
one
that
of
they happen.
those matches where something's coming, you just have no idea what.
Yeah.
Like something is going to happen, but what is it going to be? So exciting. Though
Mhm.
you love that. You love not knowing. And then the main event of night one, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton with Pat McAfee.
I could not
Pat
believe it was Pat
McAfee.
McAfee on the phone with Orton the whole time. I could not believe it. I thought my first reaction was, oh, that's got to be Nate. It's got to be Ric Flair on the phone with Randy Orton. It's got to
Yeah.
be. It's got to be Ric Flair or Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson knows Cody very well. Um, And then beyond that, I was like, it's not Cowboy Bob Orton because that wouldn't have been like a huge surprise reveal. I mean, that wouldn't have been like a shock. It's Randy's dad. Um, but beyond that, I was just like, man, I'm stumped. I don't know who it could have been. Thought it could have been Stephanie last week when Stephanie came out and
Yeah.
talked Cody up on Raw in the Garden there, and it wasn't Stephanie.
I even thought maybe Triple H. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he's on the other end of that phone, but it ends up being Pat McAfee. And
Pat
man, it's
McAfee.
it's getting a lot of criticism online, but honestly, I like it, man, because I've since Pat McAfee's been getting involved in WWE, I've enjoyed it. I love him on commentary. He's entertaining. The dude's athletic as crap, so when he's in a match, it's wildly entertaining.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
Pat McAfee belongs here, and
absolutely.
everybody will tell you that. Um,
And the things McAfee said when he came out there, it's true.
mm,
Like I'm just like, preach, brother, preach. Like give me a Bible, testify. Like come on now.
mm,
I liked it. I liked it. Some people may disagree, but I
it's
liked it.
it's good and bad.
Like I agree. Cody is a bore fest, man. I want to go to sleep. I know you like him. He gets on my nerves, man. I like his podcast. I enjoy that. I get tired of him acting like he's some bad A and stuff. Like he just gets on my nerves, man. I can't take him serious. I'm bored to tears of him. I feel like he's shoved down my throat. I just I mm-mm. I'm done.
I was the whole thing with Pat Friday night. I mean, it was done really well. It was good. Didn't expect Pat McAfee to be the one that was talking to Orton this whole time. Pat McAfee can play a really good babyface and can play a really good heel as well.
Absolutely.
Um, you probably didn't see in NXT when um, Pat actually shoved Triple H and punt kicked Adam Cole in the head,
No, I
and
didn't
they had a
even see
match at
that.
Takeover 30, I believe it was. When the world was shut down during COVID. But yeah, Pat was in War Games, as a matter of fact, that same year with the team. So Pat can go. Um, the thing with me, I don't remember the last time that I saw a 45-minute Iron Man match with 155-pound guys. I don't know what brand he's watching. I don't know what show he's watching. It may be the other folks that he might be mistaking. I don't know. I don't watch those. Um, but that's not what I'm seeing on my WWE, so I don't know what he's talking about there.
And to
Um,
give credit to what you're saying, I was confused when he said that because I was like, when was that? When's
I
the
was
last
like,
Iron Man match I saw?
I
Like,
was like, huh? Huh?
yeah,
And going back to the Attitude Era, and yes, we all love the Attitude Era. I love the Attitude Era. I came along in this as a little kid. It was Hulkamania. I came right on up, started growing up through the New Generation era. In high school, here comes the Attitude Era. My life has like perfectly aligned with all these different eras this entire time, okay? Yes, we look back very fondly and have warm, fuzzy memories of the Attitude Era. Yes. Do we hearken back to it? Do we kind of clamor and wish it came back nowadays? Yes.
yeah,
But back in the Attitude Era, those guys weren't like, hey, we should go back to the 80s. That really worked then. Those guys back in the 80s weren't like, hey, let's go back to the carnival days. That really worked then. We got to progress somehow, folks.
right,
Sometimes we got to put new stars out here and make new stars and do new things and do different stuff from then, or else there's just no evolution. So
yeah,
you got to have that. And I mean, that's what makes times like that so special. You remember them fondly. You know, they're not ruined in that regard, I guess. Because the business has to change, it has to evolve, and we got to do new things and put new stars out there. So I'm like, I get what you're saying. I don't wholeheartedly agree with it. I'm someone that's going to watch this no matter what. I always have.
yeah.
I watched it when it was very popular during the Hulkamania time, when it was the New Generation era, when it declined in popularity, when they're playing high school gyms and having a Raw at like the Fernwood Resort, some place up in like Bushkill, Pennsylvania or somewhere. And there's like a very small crowd compared to like a year or two earlier, you can tell. And like during the Dork the Clown days and the TL Hoppers and the Duke the Dumpster Drosies and the occupational characters and very Saturday morning cartoonish, I watched through all of that. Um, I watched. I remember when Nitro came on the scene. I remember thinking like, we may not be here next year if this keeps up. Luckily, I was wrong. Stone Cold came along and everything changed eventually. But um, yeah, we got to be different and change sometime. We got to evolve, and that's just there's going to be good times that you remember fondly, and in the middle there may be times that just weren't as exciting or weren't as appealing,
That would
and
be
didn't
the
have as much mass
Cody Rhodes title reigns.
and didn't have as much mass appeal. Man,
Obviously, we disagree on the Cody Rhodes thing, and that's okay. That's okay.
we're in a hot period. We've been in a hot period the last few years, so I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, but
Mm. It ain't because of Cody Rhodes, in my opinion. When he first came back, it was exciting. But then, even then, I was confused because I was like, nobody liked him when he left. And then he goes and does this AEW thing, and all of a sudden now he's like, oh my God, Cody Rhodes. And don't get me wrong, he's a great wrestler. I don't know, man. The whole finish the story thing, I would have much rather seen Roman and The Rock. Like, I think we got robbed there. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see
I
that.
liked what we got.
I would rather have seen Roman and The Rock. You had Rock out there saying, maybe I should go to SmackDown and have a seat at the head of the table. And I'm like, oh yeah, here we
I mean,
go.
and
Here we go.
we all popped for that. Yes, we
Yeah,
did. But
we
then
wanted it. We wanted it.
Cody won the Royal Rumble,
Ah, screw Cody.
and then it's like The Rock wants the spot anyway.
But that's but
What?
that's
Like,
but
come
that's on
on. Like,
WWE for bad booking, man. Like, that's bad booking. You can't be like, hey, we're gonna have Cody win the Rumble, but we want to see Rock and Roman. I, That's stupid, man. That was stupid.
I think it was the plan all along, but
Well, that was
anyway,
stupid.
I thought it was great.
That was stupid.
It was not.
I'd have fired all the creative if I was in charge for that one.
Uh,
I wanted to see. I
you're,
wanted to see them fight for the head of the bloodline. You know, for the tribal chief. I wanted to see Roman. I wanted to see Rock lose and pass that torch on to Roman and put all that aside, and then move forward. And then you could move forward to the Cody Rhodes Sleep Fest era of WWE as a champion. I just
you,
don't care for
you can be alone on that island, and I'll be alone on my island with Sami Zayn. That sounded weird.
him.
Okay, well,
I can tell you,
that's where we'll
I
agree to
won't be
disagree.
alone on my island because there's a lot of people that feel that way. But that's okay. That's okay. That's the beauty of it is we can have different opinions. But all in all, man, not one's going to be exciting, and I look forward to it. But man, then you got not two,
Not
like
too.
as if that's not enough to be a full WrestleMania. You move over to not two, and then you got your first hour on ESPN. And when you look at the good
Hmm.
matches they've got going on ESPN, let's start with the freaking Intercontinental title ladder match. Bro, like that is a huge match to put on there free.
And Rey Mysterio is now medically cleared and is joining it now. So it's a six-man ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Penta the champion. Defending against now Rey Mysterio, Rusev, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, who is going to do insane
Oh
crap with
God.
ladders, and JD McDonough. Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't. If you're going to have a multi person ladder match for the IC title, it doesn't get any better than that.
I mean, first of all, other than Rusev, you've got a bunch of high flyers. Like
Yeah.
Rusev is the only real like ground and pound guy out of that group,
Yeah.
you know, which him
Well,
being in it kind of feels a little misplaced. Like, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But when you look at the other five guys, man, you're talking about who knows what's going to happen as far as like the spots. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
And Rusev could take the ladders and just smack them all down and climb up and
yeah,
get the title himself.
yeah.
Really good. Um, Javon Evans is going to hit an OG cutter off of.
Oh, you know
I
he
can already
is.
see he's going to come off a ladder and somebody else is going to be coming off another ladder and it's just going to.
Oh yeah,
Oh my gosh! I
yeah.
mean, it's going to be
It's going to be
an
sick,
all-time
man.
WrestleMania highlight if that happens.
It's going to be sick,
But
man.
Penta and ladders, that's all you got to say. I mean,
Yeah.
let alone Javon, let alone Ray, Dragon Lee, JD, Rusev.
That's exciting, man. And again, on ESPN
It's a WrestleMania
for
tradition. It's
free,
back.
and
Um,
it needs to stay that way.
yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
cannot have a WrestleMania without a ladder match, man.
No, you
Like you
can't.
just can't. And if that's not enough, then on
Y'all.
ESPN you get Obafemi and Brock
I
Lesnar.
can't believe that.
I could not believe that. Like honestly, when I knew they were going to do part of it, I thought that'll probably be the Mysterio Balor match, which would have been fine. I mean, there's not a down match to put there, but I'm just saying like I did not expect Lesnar and Femi, but ESPN's playing it smart
Yeah.
because Lesnar's such a big name, and then for a guy like Obafemi, what an opportunity because people that maybe haven't been following, but you know they're sports people, they've got ESPN. They tune in, they watch it. Man, what an opportunity to get in front of thousands, if not millions, of more people that haven't been exposed to you yet, and just have that moment, man.
It's so every interaction they've had on Raw, Oba and Brock,
Oh man.
we're watching like this. You're looking like this. You're hanging on everything they do. Last night they had a contract signing. They didn't even get in the ring. No contract was signed.
Now
It,
let
it was just all out mayhem.
now can I complain about Netflix for a second though? We're on a network or whatever you want to call it, a service where there is no time constraint on a program, and you cut it off with all that was going on in the ring. So live, you missed them throwing steel steps back and forth at each other. Like there was so much going on. It's like why are we cutting this off? Like let it go at least a couple more minutes, man. Like I was disappointed. Thank God there are people in the crowd recording so we can watch it. But
Well, to get you to the YouTube channel to see the clip and
I
what happened
guess
afterwards, probably.
I guess
That's what I would guess. But it's incredible that we're getting that on ESPN.
It's
And
amazing.
you're going to be sitting there watching just like this, just like,
Yeah.
and you're going to go, oh, oh my God, oh, and hopefully Oba goes over.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
It,
man,
Oba has to go over on that one to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you boost his career putting him under right there. Lesnar, his career is what it is at this point. You're not gonna hurt. You're not gonna hurt his resume with the loss here. Not to a guy like Obafemi.
the,
Like it doesn't. And it just gives. If we're going with the scenario we talked earlier, it gives Gunther more firepower to say, "Man, you need to give it up. You need to give it up. You need to give it up. It's time for you to retire." You know what I'm saying?
yep,
So that kind of gives you a road to get to where we think the end game is on that. So
I feel like I'm
we'll
right
see.
on that, but that's way ahead. So we'll
That
see.
that is way ahead. That is way ahead. Then moving on, we've got we'll talk about Finn and Mysterio. We said it. We said we need the demon. We need the demon. And sure enough, man, they announced it. It's going to be Demon
It's the
Finn
Demon
Balor.
Finn Balor.
Man,
Yes,
Dom, man, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, man. Like, but God, you about to get got.
the Demon Finn Balor is the one that powerbombed Bobby Lashley years back, and like he wasn't twice his size.
Yeah.
The Demon Finn Balor is going to tear Dom apart.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh,
That's exciting. I cannot wait for that match. I'm sure there's going to be some Judgment Day stuff go on,
it ain't gonna matter.
but honestly, man, like this is WrestleMania itself is big for the Judgment Day. I think maybe we see the end of it,
Maybe,
possibly,
maybe.
but that match, getting the Demon back for that one, just it makes that match go from here to here for me. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm my excitement for that has reached its peak now. Like, I mean, Balor and Mysterio alone was going to be a great match, great show. But when you throw in the demon aspect of it, man, Jay Cargill, Rhea Ripley, we kind of had more of the same this week. I think out of all of the build-ups, that one's probably been the most lackluster in my opinion. For me, mainly because of this whole Meech and BFAB thing, and I know we talked about it last week, but I'm still just confused as to what the heck they're even doing involved. Like, I don't know.
never really got an explanation, did we?
Yeah, but you saw them. What was it? It was Rhea against who?
It was Rhea against Michin on
It was
SmackDown,
Rhea. Well, and then it was Rhea and Io.
and it was Rhea and Io against Michin and B Fab last
Yeah,
night on Raw.
yeah. That's what the one I was. And then, I mean, good match, obviously. Io and Rhea. When do they not put on a good match?
Right.
You know, BFAB and Meechin. I don't know, man. I can't get into it. I know you're trying to build some hills there. Um,
I mean, there's no explanation as to why they just all of a sudden aligned themselves with Jade after
yeah,
weeks and weeks and weeks of like threatening Jade with a kendo stick. You know,
like
Michin, like, did Jade pay him off? Was this a big ruse the whole time?
I mean, it
No,
was it a
no
case of if you
explanation, you
can't
know?
beat them, join them? Like,
Hmm.
because if so, you had an opportunity to play that card when Jade beat Meechin. You could play maybe she could have grabbed the mic and said, "Hey, I respect you. You're never going to beat me, but I respect that you keep coming at me. How about being on my team?"
Would have been something.
But
Would have been.
it was just so weird. Oh, all of a sudden now they're doing her dirty work. Like, so
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see. I think Rhea goes over there.
I think everyone would be shocked if otherwise went down.
Yeah, yeah. And then Crybaby Sammy versus Trick Williams.
I tell you what, we're gonna have a double turn here, aren't we? Very, very few times in wrestling can you go back and you see a double turn,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that the heel and the babyface switched at
Mm-hmm.
the same time. Like Jake Snake Roberts and the Honky Tonk Man going into WrestleMania 3, they just did a
Yeah.
double heel turn, a double turn, a switch when Honky Tonk attacked Jake with the guitar on the Snake Pit. Jake was the bad guy. Honky came in as a good guy.
Hmm.
Didn't have Jimmy Hart managing him yet. Honky was wearing suspenders attached to his tights. And Honky was like, "Hey man, I love all you people. Y'all beautiful audience. Hey, y'all gonna hear me sing my song? It's gonna be wonderful." And nobody wanted to hear it anyway. So they just went with Honky Tonk Man as a heel, gave him Jimmy Hart, and here's Jake. Honky's on the snake pit.
Yeah.
Honky busts Jake in the head with a guitar, a real guitar, not a gimmicked one, which was supposed to happen. So he about killed Jake, but um, that was a double turn at the time. Obviously, Bret Hart and Austin, WrestleMania 13,
Mhm.
they did a double turn there. Um, it hasn't happened. Just you can count on one hand and not need all fingers.
And honestly, I think this one happened organically.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
this
I
is
don't think it was in the cards necessarily in the beginning to have that, but just with the way things have played out and with Trick's popularity, man. I
yeah.
mean, he's a guy that stepped on the scene coming up out of NXT, and just immediately the fans were all about him.
Hmm.
Which I mean, he was built up in NXT, obviously, but I mean, even people like me that didn't watch NXT, I knew who he was, but I didn't, first time I saw him on SmackDown, I was like, oh, dude, this guy, I love this guy,
Hmm.
and
So,
so, yeah, I mean, I think Williams goes over. I think he's the face. I think he carries that United States Championship for a while. I think he makes it relevant, which it needs.
it's
It,
been
it
relevant.
needs. It has been. They have done a good job with the open challenges. I think Mello did a good part of keeping it
Hmm.
having those titles like that defended week after week creates relevancy for those.
Hmm.
I wish the IC title was defended a little more. Unfortunately, the women's titles, where the women's IC, the women's United States title, they're nowhere to be found. They become more and more irrelevant every day because you never see them.
AJ Lee's the Intercontinental
My
Champion.
bad, my bad. You're right, AJ Lee. I missed
Um,
that. Is my fault. That's my. I'm so caught up in their personal beef
now,
because you don't like, even in the little promo, it was in the background, but you didn't really see her talking. She wasn't really talking about the championship. That
yeah.
got personal. So that is my bad. I apologize. I see title on AJ Lee,
Now,
but
Julia is the United States champion. Now, that's not been showcased, not near enough.
it's
Um,
not. They
and
they
it's
need
not on
to build up.
WrestleMania either.
No,
So,
but they're doing right with the United States title in the men's division,
mhm.
keeping it constantly defended. Um, Again, you feel bad for Mello, man, because
Yeah, oh
he
my
carried
gosh,
it, man,
man.
and now he's left off the card. Like, God,
And
man,
on SmackDown, I was like, oh, he's going to get a chance, and it's
yeah,
going to be something. He's going to be a triple threat. No, he lost to Sammy. Sammy took
yeah,
advantage of a bad situation. Um, Sammy's going to be a crybaby heel here
hmm,
before too long. Trick Williams is going to win
yeah,
the Intercontinental Championship at
yeah,
WrestleMania. I'm sorry, the United States title at
yeah.
WrestleMania. Um, Trick is way too over and way too popular, and Sammy is just becoming
Do you think?
a grab bag as of
Yeah.
late. So
Do you think Mello shows up during the match,
he could, because Trick Milligan goes way back years in
and
NXT.
maybe that is what will completely tip Sammy over the edge to go full blown heel? I've been screwed. I'm sick of doing things the right. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe because,
A-
man, because I feel like
Another
Mello did.
conspiracy from Sami Zayn back in the
Yeah,
pandemic era. It's a conspiracy. Everything's a
but man,
conspiracy.
Mello deserves some FaceTime on the card, man.
Sure
Like
enough.
he deserves some
Sure
FaceTime on
enough.
the card. You got to get him out there some way. And even if he doesn't get involved in the match, but he comes out there and just distracts Sammy or something, like just him coming out and being a distraction, something just to get him out there, man. I feel like he's earned that. But
You know what I would do? Here's an idea that I have. I would approach Adam Pearce and I would see if I can get in the Intercontinental title ladder match if I'm Carmelo Hayes. If I can't interfere with Trick or Sammy.
yeah.
That's what I would do. Why not?
Well, and honestly, like when all this happened with the IC title, it crossed my mind that maybe he gets inserted into that. Like, hey, we took, I know we
Uh-huh.
took that. You're off WrestleMania. Let's get you in
Yeah.
this ladder match.
Make it a 7-man ladder match. We've had 8 men in ladder
I
matches
mean, why
before.
not? So there's still 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Week and a half. So I mean, there's still time. We've got one more Raw and two more SmackDowns.
that's
So
right.
there's still time for something to happen there. But then we get to the main event. The
Of
main
night two.
event of the main event.
Yeah.
Like, CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
Hmm.
Oh man, did CM Punk take it there last night?
Man,
Did he take it there
soon as
last
CM
night?
Punk came out, just went through the back, just one continuous shot, him coming all the way through the back, down the aisle, into the ring with a microphone.
No, well, first of all, he threw the belt over the rope.
Yeah.
Like he just chunked the belt, and then he sat down in the like the pipe bomb,
Every
man.
time he says crisscross
You know
applesauce,
it's on.
it's like
You know it's on. Yeah,
you just stop and pay attention and listen to every word and hang on every word the man says.
yeah.
Yeah, man. He talked about stuff that I didn't expect him to talk about,
No,
for sure. He
no.
talked about Roman, for sure. Yeah.
But it went so much further past Roman. Like it was almost like the pop bomb all over again, getting into the business. He's talking ticket prices and
Man.
like,
Oh, did we all pop on that? Yes,
man,
please, please.
because WrestleMania is still not sold out.
Lower the gosh dang ticket
Like
prices, TKO.
it's still not sold out. Like
Uh-uh.
my God, I'm gonna go on record right now saying TKO is killing wrestling. Like I'm just gonna say it. Like as much as I hated some of the stuff Vince did,
Yeah,
at least Vince was about the fans, man.
yeah. There have been two cancers here. One is Vince. Another is TKO
Yeah.
with these freaking outlandish ticket prices. I
Mm.
mean, I can see maybe one time affording something like that, but not twice.
Yeah.
So next year WrestleMania, the fans that are going this year that have worked hard and just kind of threw something together to afford this level of a seat for WrestleMania, you're probably not going to see them next year. You're
No.
pricing us real, true, genuine fans out.
You're making it a corporate thing that the average fan can't attend. And I mean, even local show ticket prices are insane.
It's
The one you went to at Memphis, like I wanted to get tickets to go to Memphis, like because they haven't
yeah.
been close to us in a couple years. But I wanted to go, and I looked at those ticket prices, like there's no way in heck I'm spending that much money to go watch that. Like,
And I still went and got one day of. They were a little cheaper day of. But I still paid like what I went to WrestleMania 30 on. I paid that for a seat at Raw in Memphis.
at Raw,
Yeah,
WrestleMania 30, Raw.
in Memphis.
Like man, it just
14 years later, nearly.
something's
I
got to
mean,
change there, man. Something's got to change, and this is what I worried about when Vince sold and when TKO bought. I was like, oh god, I'm really afraid that they're going to
12 years later.
price.
My bad. 12 years later. But still,
I'm afraid they're going to price the average fan out, which is 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 something that will have a lingering effect. Now,
yeah,
luckily with technology, we do have options to see the product, but man, it's just such a different vibe live. If you've never sat ringside, man, like like you get a whole different perspective of wrestling. You realize how real those shots are
yeah, you do.
when you're sitting right up front. I got to sit right up front at SmackDown in Little Rock when The Rock came. Rock Bottom, Damian Sandow,
Yep,
loved it.
I was
Loved
there.
Damian
I was there.
Sandow. I was sitting second row right there, man. Got some great pictures. And there's been a few events that I've got to sit. Me and my buddy Nathan, we used to go every year that they came, and we sat first or second row every time, man.
Yeah,
And it was amazing. But those were the times that I realized, like, it's fake, but you realize how real it is, even though it's scripted. Like, and when you can see the handprints and the whelps,
yeah.
because they're from, me to the wall right there from me, it's like, dang, dude, that hurt.
Entertainment, yes. Physical, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. Listen, when people go down to injuries, like this year, we've got some untimely injuries going into WrestleMania. Those are not scripted, folks. Those
No.
really happened. It's not ballet.
No.
Okay, this is a lot more real than people give it credit for. It really is. And I've been in a ring before a few times. I'm sitting here. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not a trampoline. It's like if your house has carpet in it, do yourself a favor, just stand there, square your shoulders, and just throw yourself back on your back, tuck your chin so you don't concuss yourself, and take a bump.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. That time and time and time and time
Yeah.
again. You condition your body to take that punishment. That's part of it. You can't fake chops. You can't fake clotheslines.
Ask my buddy Ron.
You get your head taken
Ask my buddy
off.
Ron about them chops. Ron, I need you to send me that video so I can upload it so people can see those chops you took. Cause man, it took my breath away watching you take them. Like, man, it was serious.
You
But
know,
but
certain
man,
holds you can't fake. I mean,
no.
it's what you sign up for. It's just
But I did watching that appreciate Punk bringing up the ticket process, things like
mhm.
that,
Oh
like
yeah.
and you just hope and pray that somebody in the corporate offices are listening and realizing the mistake they're making. Hopefully seeing with the decline in ticket sales,
I'd cross my toes if I could. Yeah.
like, hey, we got to do something different because we are not selling like. But I hated that Roman wasn't there because I want a reaction, man. I want a
We'll get it next
reaction,
week.
and
I
I
promise
cannot
you.
wait. Cannot wait, man. That's another one. Was like was talking about AJ Lee and Becky, how it feels so personal. This one feels so personal. Like
Hmm.
when what's his name was on Get Up this
Feels
morning.
like WrestleMania. That's
Yeah.
what it
Oh
feels like.
yeah.
Hmm.
They were talking about Tessitore was on Get Up
Joe
this
Tessitore.
morning. Yeah. And when he was talking about that match, he was like, "You talk about two guys that hate each other. Like it feels like they genuinely hate each other, and
Yeah.
it just makes it that much better, man." And
Yeah.
so I cannot wait. Like I'm looking forward to every match, but man, to top it off, to cap it off with that match right there, man, that is going to be. And at the end of the day, my tribal chief better walk away as champ,
We'll
man.
see, man. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But that's good. We'll
I don't
see.
yeah.
Punk called him plastic last night.
Yeah.
All of his tools were handed to him, manufactured plastic.
Yeah.
Punk earned all of his. Is what he said.
Yeah.
But then Punk called out Pat McAfee for goodness
Yeah.
sake. I didn't expect that. Pat's got a receipt coming to him for some of the
Yeah.
things he said. Punk took exception to what Pat said on Friday
Yeah.
night, and it wasn't even involving Punk. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. Man, I tell you what, Punk went all over the place last night,
It's
and
one of those promos that you
you
can't
gotta
really
you
it's
gotta
hard
look
to
in and watch
unpack
it.
it all. You got to go back and watch it a couple times to
Yeah,
really get it all.
yeah, yeah.
Like probably should have taken notes on it to talk about cuz there was just so much like you're like, "Oh my god, he just said that."
I'm pretty sure
Oh
the
yeah,
full
he just said that.
segment is on WWE's YouTube. I'm
Oh, I'm
pretty
sure it is.
sure.
I'm sure
I'm
I'm
pretty
sure it
sure.
is. If
Uh,
you haven't watched it, you want to go watch it.
yeah, I mean, it'll be uploaded. I mean, there's probably going to be a playlist of like a Road to WrestleMania
Yeah.
playlist of Punk and Roman with all their moments leading up
Oh
to.
yeah.
Those are great for fans or new fans that if you missed something, if you just want to watch like the lineage of a rivalry, just watch that. It's
Yeah.
incredible. Lots of goodness on WWE's YouTube.
Absolutely.
Um, but man, in 3 weeks we'll be on the other side of all this, and then we'll be looking at Backlash,
Yeah.
Tampa. We're not looking at that yet.
No.
We're not ready
No.
for that yet. We
No,
are very much.
we still got a week and a half of build up for
It's like
this, man.
it's like looking at Christmas and being like, well, New Year's is too. Well, New Year's is just after that. We ain't
Yeah.
looking at New Year's. We're looking at
I ain't
Christmas.
planning a
Like
New Year's party yet,
we don't
man.
give a crap
We
about New
got stuff
Year's.
to celebrate.
We're still looking at Christmas here. But man, if you are not a fan, now's a great time to be a fan. Get started. If you are a new fan, get locked in on this.
Yeah.
You will be solidified. Um,
And
God,
there's so much young talent to jump in on, man. Like I find myself like in sports and in wrestling, like looking at some of these guys towards the end of their career, and it's like, man, like it's going to be weird without this person. Who am I going to cheer for? Who am I going to root for? Who's going to get my obsession or my fandom? You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
like, and then, bam, you turn around and here's Obafemi and Trick Williams.
yeah.
Here's Javon Evans. Like it's like, dang, where'd these guys come from?
Those three were the main event of Stand and Deliver last year. By the
Those
way,
three are going to carry this company a long way, man.
yep,
And then you look at the women's side, and you've still got like, well, let's just go back over here. So you've got Lash Legend, you've got
yep.
Lyra Valkyria, you got Stephanie Vaquer, you've got Tiffany Stratton, who's not even on the WrestleMania card.
That's mind-boggling.
That's
I didn't
crazy.
realize that until just
It's
now.
crazy. Like it's crazy. So you've got more youth coming up. I don't know. I know Asuka's older, but I don't know about Kyrie and Io. I don't think I think they're still fairly young as far as the business goes, but but you've got the next generation of talent. Like It's exciting, man.
Yeah,
It's exciting. It's a great time to be a fan. There's something for everybody. That's what I love about it.
yeah. I mean, looking at like bringing up Tiffany Stratton, she's not on WrestleMania. There's still 2 weeks. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, from year to year, I mean, a lot of folks were left off of WrestleMania.
yeah.
It's just kind of is what it is. A lot of folks were left off of WrestleMania 1.
I mean, there's
WrestleMania
only
1
there's
wasn't a
only
giant card.
there's only
I
so
mean,
many slots. I mean, my God, now you've got 2 days of it.
yeah.
So you got what, 4, 7 matches, not one, 6 matches, not two. So is that right? Yeah, six and one, two, three, 5, 6. Yeah, so seven, not one, six, not two.
Bet you will see Danhausen do something at WrestleMania.
Well, I hadn't even had a chance to talk about Danhausen yet, but I have adopted Danhausen as my boy. Like
As we all have.
like man, did you see, did you see the video? If you don't follow this dude on Instagram, dude, you got to follow him because he posts all the time. Like he probably posts 10, 15 stories a day. It's hilarious. But the t-shirt cannon that he did came out
Yeah.
and did, and like it wasn't working right. And then all of a sudden it like shot like 15 t-shirts into one section. And then he turned to the other side and he points at him and he goes, "Oh, oh yeah. Oh, you want a t-shirt? Go to the merch stand and buy my shirt." It's like, yes. Yes, that was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
And did you see where he went to WWE headquarters?
Yeah, I
Did you watch
posted
that?
that. I posted
And he
that.
took the
Yeah.
slammy.
He took the slam.
And he showed up on Raw with the slammy last night, man. It was great. God, it's so funny, dude. That dude is freaking hilarious. I can't wait till we see him in the ring too. We got a little taste of it, when he came out there for a minute. What was it? SmackDown? He came out.
Listen, we gotta talk about that. He went to curse. Yeah, he came out and he went to curse the Miz,
Yeah,
and the Miz pulled the referee in front, and the ref got the curse
yeah,
inadvertently. It's like, oh no, the ref got the curse. Oh
yeah,
no. So then it's a WWE Tag Team Title match. So it's
yeah.
R-Truth and Damian Priest versus the Miz and Kit Wilson. All right. So and I forget if it was the Miz or Kit, honestly, but Danhausen comes down.
Miz had pinned him.
He's like, "You are," and it's either Miz or Kit in front of him.
I think it
And
was Miz.
when he goes to do cursed, they pull the referee right in front of him, so the ref gets the curse.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, oh crap, the ref got cursed. Shoot, the ref got an inadvertent curse from Danhausen.
Yeah.
So then Miz hits a skull crushing finale, I think, on R-Truth.
Yep.
I feel like.
It was.
And anyway, the referee Dan Engler counts 1, 2, and on the 3, he's like, ah, and his arm just freezes, starts spazzing out on him. It's the Danhausen curse. He can't count the 3 and crown the Miz and Kit Wilson champions. So Priest comes in, hits us out to heaven. Dan Engler counts with his other hand, 1, 2, 3, and
then
Priest and Truth
Miz
become
went to
champion.
give a skull crushing finale to Danhausen. And then the lights go out and they pop up and you still see him running up the ramp. Dude, it's so freaking
He's just scurrying up the
He does
ramp.
that little run like this, man. Like, dude, that dude is freaking hilarious, man. If you haven't watched Danhausen, you've got to, man. The more you watch him, the more you'll love him. That's why I say follow his Instagram, man, because that he posts constantly and it's hilarious. Go watch him go through the WWE headquarters. But the Slammy, he keeps calling himself the greatest. He did a thank you speech. I think when he brought it out to Raw, he did a thank you speech, and I got to thank Cold Stone, like,
Cold Stone, the Dwayne. Yeah,
like
he calls Rock the
I
Dwayne.
can't remember what he called Triple H, but it was hilarious. He's great, man. Danhausen, awesome addition, man. Like I said, can't wait to see him in the ring.
Yeah, he hadn't had one match yet, not even close.
No,
But
he'll have a WrestleMania appearance. Like
Definitely
he'll come out there and do something. But
he may have a blimp for all I know. I know he wants a blimp.
yeah,
A blimp. He wants a blimp.
and he wants I Show Speed's YouTube credentials.
Yep.
So he may pop in on that one. Who knows? Who knows, man? But man, it's good stuff, man. What a great time to be a WWE fan. I can't get enough.
I wish he'd curse TKO and make them lower the
Yeah,
ticket prices.
Jesus Lord, yes. But man, once again, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We tried to get as much in as we could in an hour. I think we're at an hour 5 right now. So we could have really gotten so much deeper into each one, but we don't want to. We know at some point y'all have to turn it off.
Hmm.
But with that being said, you can download the episodes on Spotify and listen to them whenever you want. Listen to a little bit here, a little bit there. Um, we appreciate those of you that do that. I appreciate everyone that tunes in and watches. I appreciate those of you that message me or come by and be like, "Hey man, when's the next show dropping? I'm waiting on it."
Hmm.
We love it, man. We love doing this. We look forward to it every week. So looking forward to another great week. We didn't get to get into what happened on NXT with Stand and Deliver. Hopefully next week we can at least touch on that a little bit because there were some fire matches in that.
We got some new
Um,
champions.
Go to YouTube and watch that if you hadn't watched it. It
Yep.
is on
Yep.
YouTube. But there's some great matches. Sol Ruka and Zarya was great. Um, who was it? Johnny Gargano and
Johnny Gargano and Miles Bourne for
Miles
the American
Bourne.
title.
Great
Yeah.
match. Great match. Go check that out if you haven't had a chance to. Good stuff there. But once again, man, this is Billy. I'm Rusty. Rusty and Billy's Wrestling Adventure. We'll see y'all next week.
4 letters, 1 word. Stop.